Hi students, it's Mx.Nazario. As you might be able to tell, I do have a bit of a cold. So I'm going to try to make this a video as quick as I can. And then you guys will just follow along with the video and try to fill in your notes. You can use your textbook if you would like some help. Or ask a partner, ask a peer from last class. Sorry. I might start coughing and then I might pause or stop the video. Okay, so first part we got graphing quadratic functions. So we're graphing from both types, standard form and vertex form. We're going to go through these. We're going to do about half the problems together and then half the problems on your own. So the first part we're going to fill in. When you have vertex form, this is when you have a cannot be equal to 0. A trinomial. Factor the following trinomials. So these are perfect squares, right? These are review. So this would be x plus 4 squared, a plus 1 squared, p minus 5 squared, and m minus 9, sorry, squared. Okay, so the last time we graphed standard form, this time we're graphing vertex form. But did you know you can go from standard form to vertex form? So we're going to write this out and then graph them, which is really nice. So here we go. First one, we're going to do this first page together, and then you're going to practice with the second page. So first thing we need to do is write it in vertex form. So I'm going to right away have this be a y because I feel like it's much more efficient for many students. And then I'm going to move over my constant term, right, divide my b by 2. This would be 4, so I'm going to get x squared plus 4x plus 4, y minus 4, and then don't forget the plus 4. And this is really x plus 2 squared, so f of x is equal to x plus 2 squared. So this is vertex form. I did it. And this means my vertex is really negative 2, 0. So when I graph this, there's my vertex. And now using this vertex form, I can see I really have an a value in front here of 1. So I'm going to graph just like when I did my parent function. So up 1, right 1. Right 2, up 4, and 4, and then I'm just going to connect my dots to make a nice, cute quadratic curve. There you have it. Connect them. All right. And if you're stuck at all, go back. So, completing the square, lesson, I think it's 9.1. Lesson 9.1 was completing the square. So if you're stuck and you're like, man, how did we do completing the square? I don't remember this. That's where we did completing the square, lesson 9.1. So if you look back, you'll see the exact same steps. So hopefully this lesson is a little bit of review mixed with some new. So we're just doing completing the square again and again. That concept isn't going to go away. All right, here we go. Y minus 18. X squared minus 8x divided by 2, square it, x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 16 minus 2 equals x minus 4 squared, x minus 4 squared plus 2. You could choose, should you want to, you could choose to leave this as f of x from the beginning and just never write it as y. And that's totally cool. You don't have to write it as a y. I just chose to write it as y because I do know that some students get confused with having x, f of x, and y. They get confused as to which one's x and y and all that. So I like to always switch to y, but you don't have to. So I'm going to graph my vertex. Then, notice my a value is 1. So mark my points. Just like when I did my transformations, right, we're doing our squared, so our x squared function. I'm graphing like I did the parent function. That one's a little wiggly, but it's okay. Okay. Next up, Ooh, this one you are going to have to factor out a negative. Alright, let's see. Minus 6x. Alright, negative 3 squared would be 9. Alright, okay, do you remember what I do here? I take my 9 and I multiply it by my a value, which is negative 1. And I put it on the other side. So this is going to be f of x equals negative 1 times x minus 3 squared plus 4. And my vertex three and four. Negative 1, so this means my arrows are going to go down. Right 2 down 4. Left 2 down 4. I'm going to connect like such. And it actually tells me, oh, there's my y-intercept, negative 5. So I'm actually going to hit this point down here. Right there. So I could connect it along like that. Put it there. Because I know I'm going to hit that y-intercept there. So there you have it. And it's going to mirror across. Cool. Alright. Last one to practice together. Please excuse the sniffles. I'm recovering from a cold. Alright, factor out a 2. Divided by 2, I get negative 3 squared. Okay, so 2 times x squared minus 6x plus 9. Don't forget I have to multiply times 2. Stick it on the other side. And there's my vertex form, and this means my vertex is, remember this is my HK, so this is going to be 3, comma, negative 5. So vertex, remember, HK. So here we go, I'm going to graph it. Negative 5 right there. And then it's right 1 up 2. I have a scale factor this time. Right 2, instead of 4, I go up 8. Scale factor, can't forget about it. Alright, there we have it. Okay, it's the whole first set. So I do want you to practice with these, so I'm going to scroll to the next page. I'm going to pause and let you do these problems, and then we're going to show the answers. So, go ahead. You're going to... Oh, 5, 6, where is it? Uh-oh. Right here. Okay, go ahead, pause, and do these problems, okay? And it should take about 10-15 minutes maybe to do all these problems. Go ahead and try, look back at your notes. You can check 9.1 if you're stuck on how to complete the square. You can ask a partner if you'd like, but go ahead, complete these, go for it. Alright, thanks for coming back. So here are your answers to show you. There we have them. 5 to 10. And then 11 and 12 are down here. So 5 to 10. Zoom in a little bit on 11, 12. So 11, 12. Should have... You're going to have x squared minus 12x divided by 2 would be negative 6, so plus 36. This is going to be y minus 39 plus 36, so y minus 3 is equal to x minus 6. Oops, 6 squared plus 3. Your vertex itself is going to be 6, 3. So let's graph this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Arrow is going to be pointing up. It's a regular graph. Up 1, right 2, up 4. Connect the curvy curve. There we go. Okay. And then last one we got on here. What does it say? Axis of symmetry. Oh, line of symmetry. Got the line of symmetry. It says identify a line of symmetry. Only for this problem. So x equals, what is my vertex here? 6. Alright, same for the bottom one here. What do I got? Factor out of 3. Alright, y plus 8. It's 4, right? So minus 12. This completing the square, by the way, it's not going to go away. When we get to our conic sections unit, which is actually in a couple, it's actually the same unit, but it's towards the end of this unit. When we get there, we will end up doing complete the square as well. So this complete the square really just kind of keeps going, and it just keeps going over and over, and we keep using it over and over. So -3 is my scale factor, so I'm going to be arrows down, and for every 1, I have a scale factor of 3. So instead of 2 going to 4, I'm going to have 2 going 4 times 3 is 12. And it looks like it barely fits. Oh my goodness, look at how steep this parabola is. Look at that parabola, super steep. Sorry for the sniffles, people. I'm trying to keep them in. So we have a couple practice for you. So there's, hopefully you're able to zoom out. If you need a screenshot or something so you have all the answers, go ahead. We're going to have you do the vocab here. It's really just filling it in. So here we go. Your vocab right here. So this is your vocab. So we're going to fill this in. The part we don't need is the table. You should be able to do these. You can either have a table in your head, or you can draw it based off of remembering the patterns, right? We shouldn't need tables for everything anymore. So here's your answer key for that. So you can go ahead and pause the video, follow along, right? Parabola, line of symmetry. We talk about the vertex. We figure out how to find our line of symmetry, right? How do we find that vertex? How do I write as a vertex form, right? What are my transformations that are happening in vertex form? Okay, I'm going to keep scrolling. So there's a partner activity. I'm going to be super honest with you. This partner activity is like your quiz. So this right here is like pretty similar. Like it's pretty close to what you're going to see on a quiz. So your quiz isn't next class, it's the class after. But it will be on this topic, just to give you a little bit extra time since I'm out sick. To help practice this, you could go to Math Lab if you'd like. But this is what your quiz will involve. Filling out a table like this. So, I'm going to have you go ahead, fill this out, pause the video, try to do these problems. It should also take about 10 minutes or so. Go for it. Alright, thanks for coming back. Here's our answers. Here's the first set of answers. There's 2 sets of these. Go ahead, pause the video if you'd like. Check your answers. And then second set of answers here. They are you as well. Alright, cool. So you're at the point where you may start on your assignment. Hopefully this video was pretty efficient. Yeah, start on your assignment. Please be focused to work on it, and I'll see you. Hopefully I'm feeling better, and I'll be back next class. We'll see. Okay, bye, guys.